This is Peter here, and I wanted to share with everyone the Marshall Thurber flip chart cards and how I use them every day to help me plan and make decisions towards various things. And I thought I'll give you an example of how I do this. So you know how I'm in the planning stage or production stage of a new podcast show. So one example of how I use these cards to help me plan and decide for that show is, I just take this stack of cards and on the onset, before I do it, in the back of my mind I have these types of questions already primed. So the what, the why and the how. So let me just put these aside and let's just jump straight into it. So this is the first card, Noah Learner. So this tells me that this is probably a how, maybe. You know what? Let's just not bring these things into the equation. The Noah Learner is I need to be in the learning space when I do this. When I go about interviewing my guests and learning about who they are, what they do. So asking the right questions, the content. That's probably, I'm not feeling that just yet. Responsibility. This is the how I should be operating. So I could say I should be operating with responsibility in everything I do. Integrity, to make sure that I work with or play with integrity. Hydra, prediction, probably leave that aside just for now. Unity. This is somewhat important, but put that aside. Via Negativa, Learner, put that aside. Quality. This is probably another how. So how do I ensure that my show has the highest quality? So making sure that there's minimum variation, making sure there's systems, or at least a process that I follow. Surprise and delight. This could be another how I work in the back end. Experience. This is probably a what, the kind of questions I could be asking. What kind of what are my podcast guests' experiences? What are their theories? What are their learnings? Yeah, that could be what kind of questions to ask. This is client intimacy. This could be something. This is important, I think. I like client intimacy. Trust theories. Yeah, I might just put that aside and quickly skim. So that's what I do. I just basically, now this is very important. This is another how. This is what are the first 15% of what are the 15% of tasks I could be doing at the start that are most important to achieving the goal, which is getting the podcast shows out and into making really good, creating good dialogue. Missionary. This could be another how. Question. Clarity is power. So this is super important. This is another how, and that is to make sure that I'm clear. My communication is really nice and clear, or objectives are really clear, and also the answers that I get are clear from my guests. Integrity, again, this is we'll leave that aside for now. Breakdown, again, this will work with this one somewhat. Quality and communications response I get. This is another one under clarity. Dialogue, and this whole thing is all about getting into dialogue and opening any opportunities for cooperation, cooperly. So I think this is one of those what. Action, and this is I think action pretty much starts from the start and follows all the way through. It's all about taking massive action towards the goal. And diversity, synergy, together we are better. This is another how. That's one of the values. I could put that down as one of the values. So yeah, I could go through. This is what I do. I go through every single one of these cards and I make a decision. It helps me decide. Helps me plan for pretty much anything. Like even if I'm writing a blog post, or if I'm about to have a meeting with a business client, whatever it is, like I'm getting into a habit of just running through each of these things and seeing how can I apply this principle to the thing that I'm about to do. So now, how can you get your hands on? See, these are these are my early prototypes, and what I wanted to do is share with you the original document, so you can download and print it yourself. So you can. I printed these at Officeworks on an A3 piece of paper, cardboard paper, and they paid them to cut it all up. So I'll leave all the links to download the images and some really simple instructions in the video's description. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me. And have a fantastic day. Bye for now.